Everybody, this is going to be a general energy reading. This is a daily reading, and this is the Tarot Tuesdays. So I'm going to be using all tarot, um, kind of, sort of. For my love readings, I always, I use oracle cards and then I incorporate the tarot. But for the most part, I'm going to be using a lot of tarot cards, as you can see. So, yeah, so this is for May the 7th, 2019. Tarot Tuesday, general guidance reading. And as always, I have to put the disclaimer out there that these readings are general. They're not personal readings, so they may or may not resonate with you as, as a whole. Okay, which is okay. That's cool. If some parts resonate with you, take it. If it doesn't, leave it for somebody else. If it doesn't resonate at all, maybe it's just not for you at this time, or maybe I'm just not the messenger or reader that's, is for you, that's meant for you. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this reading, though. So I'm going to be using the Before Tarot, the New Perspective Tarot, the After Tarot, and the Golden Universal Tarot for this spread. And I'm just going to call to the Most High God, the Supreme God, the Divine Creator of all things. I call to you and ask for divine protection, love, light, truth, and clarity during this reading. I also call to the Archangel Michael to double protect and seal this reading from any outside forces or any energies that are not supposed to be here. Anything within myself that is imbalance, lower vibration, or any intentions or anything directed towards me that may not be of my highest good, knowingly or unknowingly. Any ego energy, I ask that you cast that ego aside and be planted into this reading to fully receive the messages in which the Most High God has for me to deliver. And I also ask that my heart and my third eye be open to receive the messages and to hear and see. I also ask that those who are meant to receive this message, that they receive the divine protection that they are needing during the time of this reading, that nothing interferes with this message, that their discernment is also open and available, and their hearts are open to receive the messages. I also ask that anything or anyone that is attached to them that is not of the highest good, if it be of their free will, Most High God, please block this energy. Archangel Michael, send these energies to be destroyed, never to return to attach itself again. Okay. So with permission of tapping into these energies, if there's anyone, especially during the love reading, that may be attached to the viewer, if there's anything within that individual that is not of the highest good of this reading, this message of me as a reader tapping into their energies and the people connected to them, I ask that those energies be blocked and destroyed, if it be of the free will to destroy those energies. But anything that is not of my highest good to tap into, protect my energy and block anything that is not supposed to be here, Most High God. Thank you. Okay. So let's tap into the overall energy with the Before Tarot. The Hermit and the Page of Wands. The Knight of Swords. One more wants to come out. And the Seven of Wands, I believe. Whoa. Okay. Erica. I don't know why Spirit's guiding me to pull like this today, but I'm just going to roll with it. I'm going to trust it because it's for a reason. Alrighty. So let's start with the overall energies first. The overall energies we have is the Hermit. Okay. Page of Wands. Nine of Swords. Seven of Wands. So you got the Seven of Wands twice. I just noticed that in a different deck. This is pretty interesting. Pretty interesting energy. All right, we got a lot of court cards, so there could be some parties involved in this energy, or these could be aspects of your energy or yourself. Um, so pretty much with the Hermit card, this looks like some of you guys are awakening to a goal or a dream that you had. I do feel that some of you guys, you're trying to figure out how to implement something. You're not sure how to go about it. Like Spirit's teaching you, or in the past has taught you how to navigate, like give you a desire or a hope or dream of something, and then give you um, a map or a guide, so to speak, on how to approach that. But it's kind of like you have to address something in your past. You have to address something in your history. Could be in your lineage. This could be studying things like spirituality. With the Nine of Swords, whatever this is, it's like there's a lot of fear surrounding this, or there's a lot of self-doubt. There's a lot of overthinking. There's a lot of fears of just being disappointed in something with the Seven of Wands. So the Seven of Wands is like this energy of no longer fighting anymore, fighting against something, knowing that you have to surrender and kind of like humble yourself. And with this guy, he's praying. So he's praying for, I feel like, the next step, the next action. What do I do? This is like an overwhelming energy. Not really sure of which direction to take when it comes to the things that you wish to receive, experience, or things that you wish to conclude or solve. It's kind of like his lantern is out. The light is not on in the lantern. So there's like this lack of guidance, and but also wanting to follow something, follow guidance or follow instruction, or wanting to follow a dream or a goal or something, and needing to look at something that Spirit is presenting to you, whether this is like a guide, a map, or something in your past that's helping you navigate through this. So that's the overall energy, because you got the Seven of Wands here. So this is something that you're currently struggling with, like at battle with, or at odds at this current time. Like it could be just like different things that are overwhelming you, like a lot of different energies. And these are things that you pray about the most, the things that maybe you focus on the most, the things that you wish to resolve the most. These are the things that are at a heavy focus. So why is this a challenge to you? You got the King of Wands and the Page of Swords. So it's all about direction. It's all about confidence. It's all about trusting in yourself, believing in yourself. It's all about coming up with a plan. For some of you, this could be about communication with the Page of Swords. So it could be that you're intimidated to admit something or to communicate something, or just be forthcoming within yourself or with others, period. So it could be someone else is intimidating you, but I really don't get that. You have progressed, and maybe you don't feel like you've progressed, or you don't feel like you're equipped or capable or ready for whatever you're asking for, or whatever you feel like is asked of you, or whatever this guidance is. So you're taking some sort of ancient wisdom or knowledge, or this could be, Bible scriptures. This could be some sort of spirituality that you're interested in, or you're into, or that you're devoted to. I don't know where it's coming from, but that's what I'm getting. And you may not look at yourself as ready and willing. But with the Page of Wands, this is your past. And then you have the King of Wands, which you're challenged by. It's almost like you don't see yourself as evolved. You're still comparing yourself as a page. Because you have the Page of Wands there, and you have the Page of Swords here. So it's kind of like you don't see yourself as this King of Wands. You don't feel like you're prepared or ready, or guided enough, and you are. This could also be spiritual battle for some of you. The things that you may have felt overwhelmed you and was sucking your energy and weighing you down. these things actually, you have the capability. It's just you may be at a point where maybe you have been prepared to take on something spiritual, a spiritual battle or something like that, or tackling some spiritual demons within yourself, or just, some challenges that you feel like are coming your way energetically. You have been prepared for it, but now this is that energy of feeling a little bit unsure of yourself and actually utilizing your power and your strengths. That's the newness, though. That's the only aspect that's new. But your energy, you're capable of doing it. It's just going after and starting it and knowing that you're capable of doing this, whatever it is for you, whatever. It may not be a spiritual battle, but it could be something that you're tackling, that you have to face, that has been a struggle for you, has given you sleepless nights, that has caused you to doubt and think negatively and be in a sense of fear. So then you have the Empress with the Nine of Cups, which is your suggested approach. So your suggested approach, because there's a lot of kids in these cards, because the Empress, there's her children behind her, and then you got the Nine of Cups, which also has children, and they're playing, they're enjoying themselves. So this is kind of like behind the scenes energy, like the Nine of Cups can represent a party, and the kids are kind of at the party, but they're minding their business, they're playing and they're enjoying themselves while the parents party and mingle or whatever and drink or whatever. And then you also have the Empress as she's, chilling, in her yard and minding her business. Her kids are, playing, enjoying themselves. So I get that your approach is kind of let spirit, God, the universe, handle all the big stuff while you just kind of like lay back and chill a little bit and enjoy where you are or focus on other things. Because I feel like this Empress represents some sort of divine support, could also represent some sort of divine protection surrounding you, whether this is in your life present or this is a spiritual energy or an ancestor or spirit guide or past over loved one, period, that's watching over you. Because even this little girl, she seems to be like the older child maybe, and these she's eating and kind of like overseeing or just watching these kids play. So there's this element of like stepping back. For some of you, you need to know that your children are taken care of. So this could be like this is travel, this is you praying for something to take off. But you want to make sure that your family is safe and protected as you do what you have to do in life, or this could be travel. I feel like you guys want to make sure that your children are protected. And if you're asking whether or not someone is trustworthy of watching your children, they are. They're okay. And I feel like you guys might have a child that's more mature than the other children or something. Or this could be like a younger sibling that watches the kids or something. I don't feel like there's anything that you need to worry about if that's where you're at. But this, as an overall energy, this feels like divine protection surrounding you. And it's like everything, all is well. And the Nine of Cups is a positive omen that whatever you're asking for is going to be resolved in the way that it's meant to be resolved. And it's going to be a positive outcome for you, regardless of what it is. Your focus, where Spirit wants you to place your focus, you have the Devil, you have the Temperance, and the Page of Cups. So where Spirit wants you to place your focus, this is relieving yourself of something. You got to relieve yourself of this fear. Some of you guys, this is fear. Some of you guys don't believe in yourself. Some of you guys just kind of look at the odds are against you. Because I see the Seven of Wands is here twice. So I see this as like a spiritual battle or struggle, or just kind of an internal struggle as you go along your spiritual journey, your conquest, or just like something in your life you just kind of feel like it's one thing after another, or just you got to continue to tackle things and defeat things and other people or whatever. But Spirit wants you to focus on why you have these fears and why aren't you opening to receive? Why aren't you trusting? Why aren't you having faith that things are mapping itself out? You got to have a belief in something. If not yourself, then know that You got a spiritual team that's working behind the scenes on your behalf. So I feel like that's what's happening. There's some healing that needs to take place. There's like these deep seated or deep rooted fears that you have to address and face. I feel that's still here. This could have been something from childhood. Maybe Spirit also wants you to address your childhood, your upbringing. Some of you guys, I feel that a lot of you were kind of left to raise yourselves or left to kind of like be the adults as a child. You never really had time to have like an open child, like an open hearted childhood. Maybe you were sheltered, you know, whether you were taking care of kids all the time, your siblings or cousins or something, you were the oldest, or you were always, or you could have been any age, but you were the mature one, or you had a child raise you rather than your parents raise you. Really, it was kind of like your parents were maybe a little bit selfish at, you know, they did the best they could. Maybe you had a parent that was all about themselves, and just kind of left you hanging. And I feel like they distracted you with toys and pets and luxuries. And you know, maybe you had family that partied a lot, or you had a family member who may have been um, someone that was like a public figure, or a parent that was like very well, you know, popular, well liked, and had parties all the time, and you know, always had nice things. So people, there was a lot of people always around, and you were kind of like put in the background a little bit. Um, and I feel like for some reason that weighs heavy on a lot of you. So when you got to step out on your own, it's kind of like you have to navigate through your own authentic self without who you identified yourself as a child, and who others identified you, associated you, or taught you to be this certain type of person, or you know, live up to a specific expectation or something. Or you're breaking the cycle of that with the devil card. For some of you guys, this is a karmic cycle that you are breaking, and you're cleansing it out, you're healing it out. So it's like you got to revisit this inner child energy. You got to go back and look at that inner child, and spirit's helping you to heal this. And a lot of you guys, you got to go back to that childhood for a reason, though it may be a little bit painful, but this is what's going to free you. And a lot of you guys have a connection to, it could be like California. For some of you, California, something with waters, oceans. You guys may just be connected to the ocean and connected to water or something. Or this could be telling you guys that if you are overly stressed and overly tense, that you could use some sort of relief, or like spa treatment, or a vacation, or maybe drink more water, get more rest, more sleep. But Spirit's gonna guide you through what needs to be healed. Like, don't worry about the hows and how am I gonna do it and what needs to be healed, because you're gonna be guided. Your angels are giving you ideas, or they're gonna put things in your heart and on your mind that's gonna guide you to what it is that you need to do and how you need to do it. So the conclusion is the Magician card. So you're well equipped. Like I said, you're well capable of handling all these energies. You got it. You're being guided through it. Although it may be new, like a new task, or I don't know how I'm going to do it, just know that you're capable as the King of Wands. You came from the Page of Wands to the King. That's a heavy progression. So I'm going to call out some signs I'm seeing in the general reading, and then I'm going to look at the love reading. So you got Virgo with the Hermit card. Page of Wands could be any fire sign. It could be a young energy or just a creative energy. But fire, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Nine of Swords is Gemini. Seven of Wands is Leo energy specifically. Seven of Wands twice. So it's Leo energy again. The Empress can be a Venus energy. So this could be a Venus sign. But its ruling planets are Taurus and Libra, Venus energy. Then you got the Nine of Cups, which is Pisces. The Devil card is Capricorn energy. The Page of Cups is usually like a Pisces card for me, like a young energy, just, or it could just be a young water sign, or it could just be an energy of love. But water signs associated, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. Temperance is specifically Sagittarius. The Magician is Pisces and Gemini energy, as above, so below energy. And then you have these court cards. King of Wands could be a masculine or male fire sign, usually mature fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person. And then the Page of Swords can be a younger air sign, or just like a clear mind or a messenger of some sort. So this could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person specifically. Let me cleanse my, or clear my, I think my thing was all ashy. I don't know, is it? I don't know. It was looking a little foggy, a little greasy. Okay, so let's look at the love energy. I'm going to call to Archangel Raphael to help heal the hearts. Any hearts that have any blockages, any woundings or traumas, I ask to heal those heart chakras. And if the heart chakra is being overly used as well, I ask for balance. Any chains, any cords connected to the heart chakra or connected to love that are imbalanced or unhealthy energies, I ask that the Most High God comes through and Archangel Raphael helps cleanse those hearts. And Archangel Michael, if it be of your free will, to cut cords with anything or anyone that does not serve these individuals when it comes to the matters of the heart, love, relationships, and partnerships of all kinds, platonic or non-platonic, I ask that you help cleanse these energies. What am I doing? I should go here. Archangel Chenoa, the angel that helps with relationships and partnerships, I call to you and ask for you to sit and be present and help bring resolutions and conclusions and clarity to those in need of advice when it comes to their love life, regardless of their relationship status or situation at the moment. Please tap into the collective energies. Thank you. I hate when they do that. It's like it's strategic. Like, we're going to ignore that. I don't know if you guys can hear the vacuum, but it's like they always do that. Or it's like a certain, I don't know. I hate when they do that. Anyway, we're going to ignore it. Okay, thank you. Page of Cups. So we got the Page of Cups in another deck in the general spread. The Moon. Heavy Pisces energy. Yep, a lot. You got all Pisces cards. That's the Nine of Cups. The Ace of Wands. So there could have been a love offer in the past, like a love opportunity, or just like an unexpected, or just very dreamy. Someone may have been fantasizing about an offer. Whoa. You got the Page of Cups twice. He came out again. And so did the Temperance card came out again. So it could be that, yeah, someone may have been fantasizing about approaching someone, whether it's you or someone else. There's this fantasy energy of someone just kind of thinking about an opportunity and what they would like to do with it, but maybe never really acting on it. Got the Nine of Swords in a different deck now. Never really acting on that. And I mean, the opportunity is there, and it's a potential offer, or it may, like, it was a desire and maybe someone did take the opportunity up to offer something, to act on their dream or to act on their, you know, their fantasy, or something that maybe they psychically picked up, intuitively picked up, followed their intuition, followed their guidance. Got the Ten of Pentacles twice in two different decks. So you have the Temperance twice in two different decks. So looking at the overall, like just looking at the center energy, you have fresh start with the Ten of Pentacles. So the fresh start in here is like your love life is also, like, along with other things, because I've been picking up a lot of financial abundance and a lot of material things popping off for people. So you're having a lot of blessings taking place, and your love life is no different. So there will be a fresh start for, you know, majority of you when it comes to your love life. And I feel like it's going to start taking place now. Well into the summertime, you guys are going to see a full manifestation of something for some of you. I don't really like giving predictions, but that just came up. So it could be like you're going to see a full-blown manifestation of something, or everything coming together. You're going to see, like, things start to unfold, and then leading up to the summer, like whatever Virgo season is. I think Virgo is August and September, like time frame. So maybe even into October, there's gonna be like fall season, like summer into fall, like it's kind of borderline summer fall. You're gonna see the full manifestation of something. The challenge is, I feel like some of you guys are wondering or juggling or trying to figure out whether or not you should reach out to someone, whether you should wait for this person to just come back and return to you. Should I wait? You're weighing the pros and the cons of that, and some of you guys may be waiting on a karmic connection to come back around, or you're waiting for somebody to get their karma, or you're just waiting for good karma to come back to you. You want good karma to return to you, or you're just wondering when are you going to get your just due in relationships. But I do feel like some of you guys may want a karmic connection to come back around. I don't know why that's coming out. Ace of Cups. Yeah, it's like you want a fresh new energy, you want a fresh new beginning, and it's like you want to make sure that you're making the right decisions. So maybe somebody returned with an offer and you're trying to make a decision whether or not you should receive it. Or it could be you thinking whether or not you should offer something to someone else. All right, so you got the divine masculine clarified by the Page of Cups and the Temperance card. So your suggested approach is that you should be focusing on healing right now. If you're a divine masculine energy or you identify as divine masculine, you should be more focused on your healing right now, not giving this offer. And I know for those of you who identify as divine feminine energies are going to hate me for saying that, but if you love this person unconditionally, you would allow this person to get their ish together. But I feel like this person has some healing to do, and this is going back to their childhood. So it really shouldn't be a focus on anything or anyone else but themselves. If this is you within yourself, your own divine masculine energy within yourself, whether you identify with those titles or labels, everyone has a feminine and masculine principle and aspect within themselves. So getting back to your divine masculine energy may be very wounded, or you have like a wounded perception of what a masculine energy is, or men have hurt you or something, and this goes back to childhood, and this may be something that you need to heal within yourself. Okay, I apologize if it's glitching, you guys. So this may be something that you need to heal within yourself. Another thing is, I feel like if you are this divine masculine energy that feels like you're ready to move forward, and you feel like it's the divine timing to offer something or to express yourself in a way, then yes, do that, because this is going to be healing for you and maybe healing for somebody else. So it could be that Virgos, if you have Virgo in your chart, or Virgo surrounded in your homes, like maybe I think it's the fourth house, the fourth or the fifth house, maybe even the seventh house too, or anything with partnerships and material. If you have Virgo in any of those placements, or you're a Virgo sun sign, moon, rising, or Venus, what have you, this could be even more so for you, that you're going to have some prosperity in a relationship. So it could be like a business collaboration with your love interest, or you guys might buy a house together. Something stable and something solidified, like that big step, that grand big step, but it's like it signifies a new beginning at the same time. But I feel like this is the season of Virgo season for a lot of you, and into October. Yeah, let me go. I'm jumping around. So the vibrations card is in reverse. Someone needs to focus on where they're placing their focus and their vibration, because you got two different energies. You got the Six of Swords and the Nine of Swords. Those are two opposite energies. This is like overwhelmed by your thoughts and your fears and allowing them to get the best of you, to being a free of mind, like being free and just flowing with the energies and trusting, yourself, and having no type of limitations. And also, like, it could be just trusting spirit, trusting yourself, trusting that you are being guided and navigating in the right direction. So it's like moving past a negative thought. So if you flip a number 6, it looks like number 9. So these are like choices. It depends on your attention, where you're placing your attention and the type of energy. What type of energy are you exchanging? What type of thoughts are you dwelling in? Are you dwelling in this Knight of Swords, or are you the Six of Swords? So like the vibrations are imbalanced, and it's like needing to adjust, because you did have the Nine of Swords here. So it's like thinking that you're incapable of moving forward or being free or of tackling something or overcoming something. You're allowing this fear to come through. And like I said, some of you guys, if you feel like you're being spiritually attacked or you're going through some sort of spiritual battle, it's like you're giving too much energy away to this negative energy, rather than knowing that you're guided and you're protected and you're safe and you're moving past something and you're ready to take on the challenge. I don't know why my charger is doing this. I don't want this like not to charge. So then the conclusion is mute with the ten of Pentacles again. So I didn't notice that, or maybe I did notice that. You got the Two of Pentacles twice, and you also have the Temperance twice. It came out. This is the third time that it came out, because you had it in the other spread and it came out again. So this is technically the third time. So Spirit's reiterating that something needs to be healed. And I feel like it goes back to your childhood. So maybe it's like not time for people to communicate. Oh, wow. So maybe it's not time for people to communicate or speak, because they got to address some inner child issues right now. Or they got to, there's something that someone is working towards. Someone may be working towards a legacy or focusing on their children and focusing on, you know, something that they wish to leave behind, or some sort of big project with a community of people, like a soul tribe thing, or, you know, putting in a lot of energy and effort for your children that you do have. But this seems like inner child and healing those energies. So this is when you feel like you're at a state of balance and peace, then maybe it's time to speak, whether this is you or somebody else. So you got the Libra card, which is the Justice card, and the Ace of Cups. So it could be a situation where you're dealing with the Libra or a water sign, or just someone, it could be a Libra energy that wants, it could be a Libra moon or something, or someone's Libra, like Venus or something, or you could be a Venus water sign. But either way it goes, like, this to me is like you're weighing the pros and the cons of whether you should offer something, or if you're making the right decision or choice, or someone else is feeling this way. The Divine Masculine, it could be that the Divine Masculine energy is a Sag or a Pisces, or could even be just a water sign. And you're kind of juggling between this, or you could be dealing with two Divine Masculine energies too, because there's like, you got this polar opposite energy with the Temperance and the Justice card. So the Vibrations card, like I said, this is juggling with some sort of negative thinking versus being free and liberated, but it's completely your choice. Some of you guys might need to meditate. Some of you guys might have a blocked crown chakra, a third eye chakra, so it's like easy for you guys to like think in low vibrational terms. But when you cleanse your crown chakra or third eye chakra, or maybe meditate more, the more clearer your mind is going to be, and these types of thoughts are going to alleviate, especially if you guys have a lot of air in your chart, specifically because you got the Six of Swords, which is Aquarius, and then you got the Nine of Swords, which is Gemini. So those can be specific to you, but it doesn't have to be. So a Temperance came out again, so it could be a Sagittarian energy that's mute, that you're not speaking, you're not communicating. There could be distance, there could be family situation involved, or work related situation, or it could be a Virgo also as well, that you're not in contact with, or you are not contacting others as a Virgo. But you know, I don't like to get into that too much with the signs, because it can be very confusing. But that's what I'm getting. So let's see if there's anything else that I may have missed. Just generally speaking, just overall, just to go overview over the energies. If there's something that I may have missed. Let's see if there's anything I may have missed. So I'm going to just tap into this. Is there anything else that I may have overlooked as a general reading? The overall day for Tuesday, May the 7th, 2019. My bridge sucks. Okay, let's see. Is there anything that we may have not tapped into or overlooked, or something that may need to be clarified? Okay, the Death card, Page of Wands, and the Six of Wands. So this is a time, like, I feel like you guys need to be reassured that the Page of Wands came out in a different deck. So this is the second time the Page of Wands came out. So you guys need to know that you guys are well equipped to take on this next journey. You guys gone through a lot of hardships, and I feel like it's only going to get lighter for a lot of you, especially those of you that did your shadow work and went through your dark night of the soul, meaning you went through a lot of challenges, and you could also be going through that as we speak. This could have been a long shadow period, or it could be off and on, but just know, don't let that be your mark, or don't let that be your story, that that's all it is and that's all it's ever going to be, because there does come a point where the wheel turns from misfortune to fortune, you know. And then, you know, again, it goes back to that time where we do have to do the shadow work. That's a part of evolution and growth. There's always a death, and with every death there's a birth. So you have to remember that cycle of the universe and of life, not just in a physical sense, but in a spiritual sense and a mental sense. So it's like when you give birth to a new thought, an old thought, you release that old thought, right? Or a new feeling comes up and you release the old feelings. It's just like so that's just how life works. So you are being guided. This is like a new journey, a new path for you that you're leading and that you're heading into, and it's a victorious one. You overcome those battles, or you're coming into that. You are coming into that time of seeing the fruits of your labor, and a lot of people are going to see it. Some people are dropping off like flies out of your life, and it could be that some people are just not, like, this could just be literally speaking. Some of you guys may have dealt with near death experiences that led to an awakening, or some of you may have dealt with a lot of death in your life, and that brought you to a point in your journey that kind of got you together. And it's like people are going to see this. Maybe you were in a situation where you grew up in a place of poverty, or there was a lot of death around you, or people just seeing you people are going to see you transform and give birth to this aspect of you. And try to humble yourself, because the Six of Wands can represent pridefulness and being a little bit egotistical, being a little bit cocky, and, you know, look at me, look what I got. But when you humble yourself, it's like sometimes you got to boast yourself, and sometimes you do got to be a little confident, but just remain humble and have confidence in yourself and in your journey, because you have come a long way. The Death card is a heavy energy to be into, especially for those of you. This could have been the start of your journey, or some sort of death led to the beginning of your journey and leading you to overcome a lot of heavy stuff. You've overcome a lot of battles. The Justice card came out again. So this could be a karmic cycle where you're learning the lessons, or you have learned the lessons. So now you're making the choice and the decision. The choice and the decision. Get the Queen of Cups and the Knight of Swords. Making a decision from your heart, from your intuition, from your inner knowing, your inner compass, your inner guidance, and following through with that without doubting yourself so much. Like you just go with the flow. Like you just act on it. You're not allowing your past to define your future. And I feel like a lot of people are going to see this progression, and a lot of people do see it. But it's going to come to a point where you've actually left that battle, and a lot of people are going to congratulate you and look up to you. And I feel like this is your just due. So if you were that person I was asking, am I ever going to get my just due in life, especially when it comes to love? Some of you guys may have gone through some tough stuff in your love life recently, or just as long as you've been dating, as long as you've been feeling love and in love. But the thing is I feel what's going to happen is that Archangel Michael, this kind of reminds me of Archangel Michael in this moment, is going to cut and clear a lot of these blockages, because you have learned the lessons. And you may have something coming your way that everybody else is going to be surprised and shocked when it happens. And this could be a union with the Justice card and the Queen of Cups. This is like a love, a love union of some sort. The Page of Cups came out again, but in a different deck. He keeps coming out. So this is a message of love. This is an offer of love. This is inner child. But I feel like people just wouldn't have seen this coming for you, but it's like blessings and your dreams coming true. That could be what it is. It's not so much that people don't see that you can have what you want or that you're deserving, but it's like you may have manifested a dream that you've been sticking to or you've held on to for a long time, or this was a childhood dream of yours, and other people get to witness and then they get to see it. The Tower card. So this will be, it will come as a shock for people around you. It's going to come as a shock not only to people around you, but to you too. And I feel like a lot of you may have to sacrifice or lose something in order to gain something. Some of you guys are going to, like, Spirit is going to clear the path for you. So that may be that some people have to be removed out of your life. Some situations have to die. Some aspects of your life have to go in order to receive this new structuring, this new energy. I don't know what just tightened my throat like that. The Six of Swords is picking up at the top. So yeah, you guys gotta believe that things are being cleared or the path has been cleared for you. And you also, this could be a card of surrendering. When you hold on too tightly to things, Spirit rips it out of our hands sometimes. So just make sure that anything that you know that you need to release and you're guided to release and let go of, especially if it's of an emotional value, because I do see that there's a lot of water energies in this spread. And the swords energy can represent cutting cords, cutting ties. Make sure that you're paying attention to your intuition and you're paying attention to your first mind and you follow instructions. It may not make sense at the time, but just do whatever you're being guided to do. Also, have discernment. If you're one of those people that are like, oh, I don't just believe everything that comes to my mind, or I don't really trust myself like that, make sure that ask your spirit guides to show you a sign that this is what you should be doing, and ask them to show you a sign in a way that you can't deny or you can't ignore it, something that you're familiar with, like a language that you understand, you know, a spiritual language that you will get and know that it's for you, if that makes sense. So yeah, if you guys would like a personal reading with me, you guys can check the description box below and visit my website. If you guys have any questions, you guys, I would prefer that you guys email me directly. I say this all the time because I do not I don't check those messages on my website. So eventually I will. I mean, I think it's just better to just email me up front if you guys have questions, because I'm not able to be on that chat thing 24/7 to respond to your questions on chat. So just email me directly at waluchildreadings.com if you guys have questions about a reading or availability. I do have emergency readings available if you guys need a reading sooner than my availability, or you guys have an emergency situation that you need immediate attention to or something like that. So just email me directly, you guys. Yeah, the best way to get in touch with me is on my email, not DMs on Instagram, not the chat on my website and any other, like, just please email me directly, you guys. That's the best way